Good evening, everyone. This is Shweta, Wow Coach representing World of Wellness and your host for today's session. Welcome to Wow Sunday session. Congratulations to persons who have received link as from World of Wellness. We have sent link to the selected clients, limited clients. Now it's time for me to welcome our guest speaker of today's session. She is an educator by profession and she's mom of 2 kids. Being active at the home front and taking care of the family, she had passion to choose the wellness industry. Today, she stands as a role model as one of the coaches of WOW community by transforming herself and reversing some of her lifestyle diseases. So let's go right away to Anusha ma'am to hear about healthy weight loss and science behind the WOW program. Before inviting ma'am onto the digital dais, let us have a look at her transformation. Here goes her transformation pics. Wow, superb. So, hearty welcome, Anusha ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sweta. Thank you. That was a wonderful introduction about me. And hi, everyone, and very good evening, and happy Easter also today, because we have a Easter today, right? The celebrations is going on. And as it mentioned in the introduction, I'm an educator by profession, and I'm a wellness coach by passion. I think I'm audible, right? So before going into know what is about what all about the science of the healthy weight loss, I would like to give a glimpse of WOW community, like where we are working and what we are working on and how we are working on and what is our mission and what is our mission, everything, mission and vision. So we'll just simply call it as WOW. So the WOW is the world of wellness. The world of wellness here in this wellness community is led by a prominent or renowned nutritionist, doctors, fitness trainers, wellness coaches with a mission to create a disease-free world, passing on a vibrant health to the descendants or the younger generation, whoever coming up. And we as a community, we are trying to educate the people. Education in what way we are doing is like we are doing education in terms of lifestyle, where people are having so many lifestyle diseases. We're just going to that and we look into it, what are the lifestyle diseases also. And we also looked into our history, and also we looked into our culture, and also we looked into our present. So everywhere, if you take a look, you can see it's all related to a healthy lifestyle. So we believe in community. In community, we believe like building a healthy lifestyle will make you very happy from inside. So that's all we have. That all we did, we believed and we promoting. What we do, we preach that. So not only the weight loss, we don't only do the weight loss in the community. We also handle any other issues, healthy lifestyle issues, whichever coming up for a person, we're going to handle those. We are not only concentrating on healthy weight loss. So just give me a second. So my first question for everyone of you is like, how healthy I am. So my first question will be for everyone to question yourself, like how healthy I am. So you should question yourself, how healthy I am. How you're going to measure your health. So do we have any definition how to measure it? Do we have any process how to measure it? Yes, absolutely we have. Because not each and every person are very keen into the uh, very keen in checking like whether I'm healthy or not in nowadays. So they'll wait till they are sick. Once they are sick, then they'll go a visit to a doctor and they'll check when the doctor mentioned that you have to check your reports, so that we'll come to know what is the actual issues going on with you. So my first question, and it should be your first question for you if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, your question should be how healthy I am. So we have a three basic parameters where we have to check for ourselves instead of going or visiting to a doctor. Before that, you need to check yourself whether you're healthy or not. The first one, everyone know this, like body mass index, we call it as BMI. We have a parameters where we will look into BMI, like whether you're in normal category or in your overweight or obesity. It's a simple formula. You have to check your height and you have to check your weight. Based upon your height and weight, you need to check in which BMI you are. If you are between 18 and 22.9, that says that you are absolutely normal and healthy. So if it is your overweight, if your BMI is 23 to 24.9, it indicates that you are in overweight category. And if it is more than 25, it indicates that you are in obese category. So, and if you passed in the first test, we are very happy and congratulations, you have passed. But there is one more thing you have to check for, where we call it as a weight circumference. Because being an Indian, we have a genetic manufacturing defect, like all the fat which we accumulate, it will go near our weight circumference. It's a default. It's a manufacturing default. We can't do anything about it. Being an Asian, being an Indian especially, we are born like that. So if your waist circumference for the men, it should be less than 90 centimeters. It should be less than or equal to 90 centimeters. For women, it should be less than or equal to 80 centimeters. If you passed the second test, congratulations. You don't need to look at us. You're very healthy. And the third one, once in a while or every 2 years or every year, you have to check about your biomarkers. Biomarkers is nothing but it's your blood reports, where it will show you not only your external health, but also it indicates your internal health. So in case, if you fail the first step, congratulations, you're welcome to our community. If you fail the second step, first and second, double congratulations, you are most eligible to come into the WOW community to correct yourself. And if you passed in the first test where your body mass index is normal, but you have to go and check for your second test. If your second test is abnormal, for sure, you're into the obesity category. There is no rule like until unless your both the markers are correct, you're not passed at all. So you need to check your body mass index and also your weight circumference and also your biomarkers, where it's a basic thing to look after your health by yourself until unless you land up somewhere else. For each men and women, there is a different BMI index based upon the gender categories. So based upon their height and their weight, we usually consider the ideal weight of 22 BMI, where it is the safer BMI. In case in future, in 5 years, if you gain weight also, you'll be coming up into the normal weight category. So we usually consider in WOW, we usually look into a BMI of 22, where we'll make sure that the person is very healthy and normal. So how we are gaining the weight. So as the weight is not gained in a day or two or overnight, as we have seen, so your body mass index and your weight circumference, it's not come up overnight, right? So today night I have slept and tomorrow morning I got up and I have a big belly around me. No, it's not gonna happen. The same thing, as we are looking the external way, the same thing you have to look into your internal body, because that cannot be measured by your eyes. So there may be so many of changes happening inside our body, not only outside, there will be changes inside also, like due to your poor healthy habits, there may be a chances you may building up the lifestyle diseases inside your body like diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and lipid profile elevations, many other PCODs, and many other lifestyle diseases can be piled up in your body. You cannot check them with your bare eyes. So for that reason, we will ask for the biomarkers where we can evaluate it. And it's your responsibility. It's your body, your responsibility. You have to take care of your own health in your hands. You have to check your biomarkers in a regular time. So what is the main cause for us to put on weight? So the underlying cause. What is mean by underlying? Underline is nothing but which is under your chest. Which is under your chest, which is causing you the problem. So under your chest, what is there? That is the main way you will get the issues started. So that we call it as a root cause. So what is your root cause? Why you are putting upon weight? Why your weight circumstance is going day by day, it's increasing. So what is the main reason? So we go and check into the understanding the root cause. So here, as I mentioned, as you don't get any diseases or any health issues overnight, the root cause for this is like insulin resistance. This is the main hormone we're working on, the insulin resistance, which is the actual root cause to put on your weight and also for your lifestyle diseases. So we basically in WOW will work on the root cause. How you're going to work on root cause? What do you have to know about the root cause first, right? So we call it as an insulin resistance syndrome. So it have different names. It's a syndrome X, metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is it's nothing but your organ system is not working properly, where it's giving a side effects to you, like your weight circumstances going up and up day by day, and also you're gaining your weight, not maintaining good health, not maintaining good energy levels, no proper overall health from inside and outside. So insulin resistance syndrome. To know about what is insulin resistance syndrome, how you gonna get it first? Why we are all landing up into the insulin resistance? What is the main cause? What is actually? We should know the cause also, right? What we are doing and why we are ending up there. The first thing is your poor diet. So being a South Indian, being in India, we mostly, if you see your food habits, it will be like idli, dosa, chapati, rice. Afternoon you'll be having rice and evening also you'll be having rice. So if you calculate your plate, you'll be having a low protein, high carbs and high trans fats. Why we call it as a high trans fat? Because we are getting the oil which is processed in the companies, so in industries, so which carries the trans fats more in the packets. Lack of exercise, being working very busy schedule, working in cities, we don't have a self time, we don't have any time for our own, we don't have any time for ourselves. So lack of exercise, this is also a reason where you are landing up for a insulin resistance. And next, stress will also increase your waistline, which causes again insulin resistance and also lifestyle diseases. And poor sleep, due to we have so many gadgets in and out everywhere, every place. If you carry your mobile, and also if you carry before you're going to sleep, we'll carry a mobile so that after watching few minutes we're gonna go for a sleep. So where your sleep will get disturbed and we don't have a proper sleep and short sleep time, so that also causes you belly fat. And people who are used for habits of smoking and alcohol, then also it causes a poor healthy lifestyle. And also genetics, we consider the genetic also. Genetic is also important for us when we are checking the person's how is health. Is when we calculating, there will be a heredity issues, like if it is a lifestyle diseases like diabetes, we'll mostly ask whether your parent is diabetic or your father, mother, or anyone in your family history as in having a diabetes. The same way it is applicable for any other issues like cardiovascular diseases or heart attack, any history, we're gonna check it out. So if we end up in insulin resistance, we also have causes. That is the cause. What is the cause for insulin resistance? Is your poor healthy lifestyle. So based upon that, we also have many other lifestyle diseases coming up. So like heart diseases, type 2 diabetes, polycystic ovary syndromes, fatty liver, hypertension, cancer, and many more. So we need to correct on our lifestyle, where we have to correct the main root cause is like insulin resistance, where we have to work on it so that your weight loss will be a byproduct. So we go and understand what is actually insulin resistance. We all know, we have studied it from childhood in schooling. We all know, like if we eat food, it will convert into the glucose. And along with the glucose, the body will generate also insulin, which is a key for the cell. So if the insulin is working properly, then only the glucose will be utilized by the body, which gives us energy to work, to do our daily things. So how does it exactly works with? If you see in the picture, you can see the red color molecules are like glucose molecules and the blue one is insulin. So if the insulin goes and hits the cell, then only the cell will open up where it can utilize the glucose and it can work on its own. And what happens if there is more of glucose in your body and more number of insulins? The cell will get stressed out and it won't work properly. Even though the insulin is there in the body and even it go and touches the cells to open it also, it won't work at all. So there, in that cases, you will be seeing so much of glucose levels in your bloodline. So body won't keep the glucose in the bloodline because it is not good for the body. Body knows it. So it will convert the glucose into fat. Where it will convert? It will convert again the underline, right? Go to your waistline. So when you gain on your weight, the first most thing you will gain first is your waistline, and then it will go to the rest body parts. So why? Which type of food is causing that effect? So we need to check. Now you got to know, right? Like body is producing the glucose and the glucose should be utilized by the cell. So if the cell is not responding properly, the glucose levels will be in the body. If there is excess glucose in the body try to clear it off by converting into the fat. The fat will directly, being, I told you, right? Being an Indian, it's a manufacturing defect. The fat will directly deposit at your abdominal line. So we call it as abdominal obesity also. If the people are still lean and have a big belly, pot bellies, then they have a abdominal obesity. So which foods are causing this? So if you take the category of food, what we will eat daily. So the first one is like protein, like egg, meat. So these and all will consider as a protein, which is amino acids, which are good for our body, where we can build up our muscles. And the next one, we know it as a carbohydrates, where your rice, wheat, those and all will come into the category, though we call them as a sugar. Don't expect like I'm not taking sugar items, I'm not taking sugar in this. No, sugar is not only the sugar which you will mix in the coffee or tea. This also will consider as a sugar only, which will spike your insulin, spike your glucose, sorry, which will spike your glucose in your body. So these also called as a sugars. So these sugary food will convert directly as a fat again to your waistline. So your belly pot will come. Next, going for the vegetables, fruits. Vegetables and fruits are directly proportional. If you will tell like vegetables, fruits is nothing but wellness. So where we'll get energy, fiber, good nutrients, minerals, everything will get from vegetables and fruits. And the next part is good fat. Good fat is the fat which is very useful for our heart and also to level your lipid profiles. So like fish, avocado, seeds and nuts, which will give you omega-6 fatty acids. To balance your omega-6 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, you need to get omega-3 fatty acids. So which we will get from fish. So, and in also from few nuts and seeds, we'll get omega-3. So you need to balance your omega-6 and omega-3 to maintain your overall health. And the last one, it's no need to talk about it. It's useless. We call it as a junk, which directly converts into a again your waistline. So it will convert the fat. Whatever you eat, again it will convert to the waistline. As simple as been like I have seen so many places, and it's a word which hits me a lot. Like how much you'll open the packet, that much your belly will increase. So the processed food, right? The processed food, the packet food is a processed food. How much the packet you open, that much your belly will open. Like it, come on. So we have checked like what is glucose, how is insulin working, how the cell will respond, when the cell will respond. So these and all we have checked. So if you come and see the graph, we usually take breakfast. Before lunch we have a snack, and after lunch we have a snack, and after that we have a dinner. And if we are waking up a late nights, then we'll have a late night snacks also. So you're not giving a proper time for your body to utilize the glucose already it's produced in your body. You keep on giving the food to your body where it's keep on releasing the glucose, and it is not utilized by the body. So as the glucose increases, the insulin levels also increases. As the insulin level increases, the cell will get stressed out and the glucose is not utilized properly. So the glucose will be converted into fat. Again where? Again your waistline. So as it like more glucose, more insulin, cell is not responding at all. You'll be having so much of glucose in your body. Body will think like it's time now. I have to convert into a belly. So my simple question, everyone knows about it. Like the human body contains how many liters of blood? I can't see your answers, but I'll try to check your answers on YouTube. So you all know that is a 5 liters, right? 5 liters of blood. And the next question, how much sugar or glucose is there in your human body? How much? Second question will be how much of sugar or glucose is there in your human body? Right? So the actual answer, you may thinking like in kgs, or you may thinking like is in grams, or any 250 grams or 500 grams or 1 kg, whatever it is. But the simple answer is it is only 4 grams, a teaspoon. That's it, not more than that. 4 grams of glucose for your body is very well enough to work on its own. Okay, so now we have ate so much, we have produced so much of glucose. So if you produce so much of glucose, what your body will do is like it will be in the, we have two stages of body. One we call it as a glycogenesis and the other one is glyconolysis. So glycogenesis means what? Your body is trying to burn the sugar. Whatever the sugar you're eating, it's trying to burn it. It's not working out. It's trying to burn it and it's again trying to convert into fat. It is not utilizing the fat. It's just depositing the fat again where? Back to your waistline. Right? So it's working on it. It's clearing off from your blood and it is working very well, but it's working on your blood and it is depositing in somewhere the other parts of your body. Next. So if you see the graph, you can see like how much about you're eating a carbohydrate, that much the spike is going on. If you think this, the red line is the deadline. If you're eating so much of carbohydrates, you're having a very great spike. And if you're eating a protein, there is a very little spike compared to a carbohydrates, not that much spike. And if you're eating fat, there is a flat line. It's not going above the deadline also. It's below the deadline. So which indicates that is good. Right. So now what we are trying to do is like this sugar burning mode. What is there? The sugar burning mode, what we keep on eating and the glucose is producing in our body, and we are trying to clear out the glucose and convert it into the fat. So the body is trying to do the clearance of the sugar in your body. So what we're gonna do is like we in our community, what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert the sugar burning mode into fat burning mode. So how that will happen? How you gonna do that. Fat burning mode. So if you're converting your body from sugar burning mode to fat burning, then the body will utilize your own cells, own fat cells. Your body will utilize your own fat, what is already accumulated, again back to your waistline, will utilize that and will use your fat, not your muscles weight. We will lose your fat weight in a healthy manner, so that I said right, it will be a byproduct. Your weight loss will be a byproduct. So which type of foods, how are we going to do that, and which type of foods we are going to look into it. So we will, if you see the bar, you have a green one, yellow and orange, and the red alert. The red is red alert. We are not going to use it at all. So the first one we're going to consider is fat, which is good, that we want to use the healthy fats only. So we would like to introduce the people who are in the community to use, and we promote to use them as a cold press oil, which is a very good, because in that process there is no hydrogenation process to get a trans fat. So any fat like edible oil, it's a cold press. It should be a cold press. Ghee, butter, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, and groundnut oil. You are supposed to use anything in the form of cold press. Next, we will check the protein content. How much of the protein? If you're seeing into the protein, it's like a basic, like how much of the weight, that much of grams of protein you should be taking for your body requirement. For example, if you're 80 kgs, if a person is 80 kgs, he should be using 80 grams of protein per day. So he has to take 80 grams. If you're not taking also, your body will run. What it will do is it will utilize the protein from your muscles. It will take the protein out from your muscles and it will run. There is no issues. It will run, but you won't look healthy. You don't feel healthy. So you have to concentrate on your fat. You have to concentrate on your protein, and also vegetables, where we will get good carbohydrates, enough carbohydrates for our body, so that you'll be having a healthy weight loss. So these are the three main categories where we are looking into when we are doing a program. So you should concentrate on your fat. Again, I'm saying your protein and your vegetables, where you will get fiber and carbohydrates also. So in WOW program, how it will be. So as you have seen the graph before, we'll be keep on eating, right? We don't have a breaks. We don't have any intervals. After breakfast, snack. After snack, again lunch. After that, again snack. After that, again dinner, or again a late night snack. So we are not going to do those things and all. We are working out in 2 meals. We'll be having only 2 meals, meal 1 and meal 2. So whatever the body's requirement, we will calculate in 2 meals. We're going to provide you like meal 1 and meal 2. The rest part and all we are doing as a fasting, intermittent fasting. We call it as intermittent fasting is a proven science. We call it as autophagy. So in this, the same proven science we are using, and we are taking a benefits of it for the healthy weight loss, and with a combination of nutrition dense, high fat and low carb food. So it's not we in a community we are telling this. It's a Nobel Prize winning science in 2016. He is the doctor who have worked on it, and he got a Nobel Prize on it. So to come and understand what is fasting and what is autophagy. So if you are not giving the glucose to your body, means if you are not giving food, not giving much of carbohydrates to your body, the body will start utilizing the fat which is already accumulated in your body. So it's not going to take from your muscles, it's going to take the fat. It will convert the fat into the glucose. That we have seen the second state of the body. No food. If you are giving fasting, it will decrease the insulin levels and your fat is burning. The fat which is already there in your body, we're going to use it and we're going to run our mechanism, right? So we are not taking much carbohydrates. So if you're not giving a food timely, if you're not like, it's not like no breaks. If you're not giving any break, and if you keep on working, if you keep on giving glucose to your body, there is a no chance for the body to utilize your own fat. There is no repair system is working. So any mechanism, if it is a car, if it is a bike, anything, if every 6 months or every 3 months or every yearly, you'll go for a overall checkup, right? We will give a mechanic, we will take it to a mechanic, or we'll take it to a dealers or service centers where we want it to get service so that it will run without any issues. The same thing should be happen for our own body. You have to give the time to the body to heal itself. So it's a beautiful mechanism where the body have in ourselves. So you have to utilize it. You don't need any medications. You don't need nothing to clear the issues you have in your body. You have to give time for your body so that it can clear off on its own. So whether it is fat, whatever it is, it's healthy life, it's lifestyle diseases, whatever it is, you have to give time where the people are not giving time to it. So like how the sun rises and sun sets, sun also having a time, like he will work for this time and later it will go. Even plant will work only for until the sun is there, the plant will work. After that, it will go into the resting mode. So we humans, only humans, we don't have any rest mode for our underlying problem, right? Which is under the chest. We don't give any break to it. So before going to sleep, also we'll have something and we'll sleep. So body, instead of working the corrections on its thing, it's try to clear off the glucose. It's not working on. So there is no time for the body to clear itself, right? So we need to give time. So that's what we are doing here. So we're going to take 2 meals per day where we are giving the time for the body to reset itself. It's like a reset button. You have to reset, right? We need to reset. So we are asking, we are just giving a gap to the body so that it can reset on itself. So where you can see a healthy weight loss and healthy changes and your lifestyle diseases are reversing. These and all can be happened if you are using, if you are doing autophagy, fasting, science. So here are the benefits. You can see the benefits. What are the benefits if you are doing autophagy? So your aging will be slow. We call it as a reverse aging. Your aging will be slow and your metabolic rate will be increased, and you'll be having a good brain health, and you can have a good level of cholesterol. Your lipids are normal, your HbA1c is normal, so your cholesterols are normal. So everything can be in the normal as per your requirement. If you check your reports, all the reports will be normal. So it will shows that you are healthy. So as I mentioned, like we need to check 3 basic things, right? When we are doing a basic consultation, when we are looking into your issues, we basically consider few things where it's very mandatory for us, like what is your height, what is your weight, and any health issues, what is your family history, and what is your food pattern, what you will eat in whole day, what you will eat, and how are your stress levels, and what is your working pattern. People now, they are working for night shifts also, like which affects a lot for them. So what is your working pattern? So we will consider all these things and we will try to analysis like what is actually happening with the person. And along with that also we need a biomarkers. Biomarkers I have mentioned, right? We want to check your HbA1c levels, thyroid levels, lipid profile levels, and complete blood picture. And if it case like based upon your history, any medications or any health issues, like if you give a complaint like I have this health issue, based upon that we're going to give you more test list so that you should get it done, so that we can understand you better, not from the outside, better from the inside. So as I mentioned that we'll be having a 2 meals per day and 16 to 8 fasting and eating window. So 16 hours where we are giving a fasting to your body, so where the body can repair itself. That means reset button. And eating window will be having only 2 meals. So if you have your meal at 11 o'clock, so you should be having your second meal before 7. And how you got connected to this session, please go back to your person who have invited you to this so that they can connect you to the coaches. And also, as I said, like poor exercise, if you're not having a good exercise pattern, that's also affects your healthy way of style. And you need to follow workouts also. There is a in WOW we'll provide a workout sessions which are going online, and we will be like doing a 5 different workouts there each day. It's like all the fitness trainers are certified fitness trainers who will be going to coach you for your workouts. And how we gonna check on you? So if we want to check you, like we can't come to you and we can't check on you what you're having for meal one or what you're having for meal two. So we'll check on your food plates. So you need to give a daily updates of your food plates, what you are eating for meal one and what you are eating for meal two. So it's help us to track you. And coming to the vital supplements like if you go back to the food, if you go back to the food and based upon your reports, if there is any deficiencies or any lagging, we're going to suggest you as per the WHO norms. Is important. For example, you have gone through a blood report, and if you feel like the doctor says like your vitamin D deficiency is low, you have a vitamin D deficiency and your values are low, obviously they'll suggest you to go for a vitamin D tablet, right? So we are not gonna do that. Like we're gonna suggest you based upon your reports. And to see the changes in your body, you have to give 2 to 3 months to yourself. You need to give yourself time, 2 to 3 months. So it will be you can see a drastic change. Don't think like things can be happened in a day or two or overnight. So simply we will tell like it's a consistency where you have to follow it to get a good results. So these are the few more stories where the success stories you can see. And we are not only the one who is promoting the autophagy, there are the people out there. It's a science, it's a proven science. Using those proven science and using the consistency of and dedication of the people who are there in the community, if you see their dedication, if you give your dedication, the results are 100%. So these are the few stories, and mine is also a story. I'm also a integrated part of the community, and you have seen my story, you have seen my success story, how I have reversed my diabetes. It's a lifestyle diseases because even my both parents are diabetic, where I have ended in the very young age. Like if your parents got diabetes at age of 50, there may be a chances you'll be getting a diabetes at the age of 30. So if they have a cholesterol at the age of 60, you may be chances that you will get at the age of 40. So it all depends upon the lifestyle. It's not like I have a hereditary in my family. The people will keep saying like it's my hereditary. I have a hereditary in the family. So that's why I end up here. No, it's not hereditary. It's actually the lifestyle. What the lifestyle they have passed on to you, that's lifestyle you are using. So they have ended up at the age of 50, but you're ending at the age of 30 or 40. So you need to check on your lifestyle. So you have to change your lifestyle. So if you work out on your lifestyle, all the lifestyle diseases can be reversed. I hope I have cleared what is actual science is working on and how we are working on the in the community to make a mission of us like disease-free world. And I hope and thank you. And over to Sweta.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful information and insights about healthy weight loss and your time. So people who have attended for the first time this session, please get in touch. It would be wise enough to get in touch with your WOW coaches for extra information, as we will have consultations flooding this week. So it will be treated as first come, first served basis. So I would recommend you to book your appointments with your WOW coaches once the session is closed. So it was wonderful. Let's meet in another WOW Sunday session.